Elon Musk is the modern day Renaissance man, or at least that's how he'd like to be seen, whose talents range from launching rockets to launching ill advised tweets. And now it seems he's decided to channel his inner Basil Fawlty and proclaim, whatever you do, don't mention the UK. Our darling tech overlord's disdain for the British Isles has reached new heights, or perhaps new lows, after a perceived snub from a UK investment summit. Apparently he's upset because he didn't receive the red carpet treatment. One can only assume he expected a personal invitation from the king himself, accompanied by a flotilla of, I don't know, a parade of Prince Harry and Meghan and William, Catherine, and the Queen. The point is, I don't suppose anybody could get that parade of people together at the moment. Let's set the scene. Musk, who usually spends his day developing self-driving cars and flirting with right-wing conspiracy theories, decided to weigh in on the UK's internal policies. I don't think anyone should go to the UK when they've released convicted paedophiles in order to imprison people from social media posts, he declared on his beloved X platform, formerly Twitter for those of us still living in 2023. Because if there's one thing Elon Musk is deeply concerned about, it's a penal system of a country he's probably only visited for AI summits and fish and chips. Now, one might assume the man who spends his weekends planning human settlements on Mars would have a little more on his plate than the UK's prison policies. But alas, it appears that his tendency to get irate over things that barely concern him isn't limited to earthbound events. He's a man who's gone from Tesla to tirades, and this time he's targeting Britain. We might as well call him Putin. Enter Sir Keir Starmer, the sober, ever so slightly bland Prime Minister with a secret, if you listen to more right-wing twits. It's almost amusing to see him dealing with the fallout from Musk's Twitter tantrum. Starmer, who has the unenviable task of making Labour look like a safe pair of hands while balancing the party's leftist ideals and business-friendly policies, responded with the kind of calm deflection usually reserved for questions about how he likes his tea. The views of US business chiefs I spoke to were in stark contrast to Mr. Musk's attack on the UK, said Starmer, managing to sound both diplomatic and slightly patronising. Thanks, Elon, but the grown-ups in the room have other opinions, is what he really meant to say. He went on to tout the really strong window of opportunity for investment in the UK, a phrase which, let's be honest, sounds like something he picked up from a LinkedIn seminar. Starmer and Elon Musk really need to get together, and we need to use the two of them to reinvigorate our educational system. But if Elon Musk can't reinvigorate the educational system of America, which is long overdue, he's hardly likely to do it in the UK. But that's what is needed. We need to find a way to get everybody who goes to school in the UK to think about excellence, individual excellence, rather than compliance. Maybe it's got something to do with the fact that the top job isn't available. Maybe it's got something to do with the ambition, the aspiration of America is the fact that anybody can become president. Whereas in Britain you have to recognise you'll always be second best to the king. Is that where it comes from? I'm not sure it does, but that's one possible explanation, isn't it? And let's not forget, this is the same Starmer who, despite Musk's social media faux pas, still welcomes investment from the tech magnates' enterprises. Oh, Tesla, obviously I encourage investment from anywhere, and so I don't want to be misunderstood on this, he said. It's as if he's saying, sure, Elon, keep throwing those social media toys out of your digital pram, but do remember to send over a check, won't you? The whole episode plays out like a bad sitcom where Musk, the eccentric billionaire, and Starmer, the ever-so-serious politician, are stuck in a perpetual misunderstanding. Huis clos. Starmer's response to Musk's melodramatic overreaction was a masterclass in diplomatic nonchalance. He managed to imply, ever so subtly, that Musk's commentary is about as relevant to UK policy as a Martian's take on fish and chips. Meanwhile, Musk's pivot to becoming a right-wing social media crusader in the US, with influence over in the UK, has given his statements about Britain the air of a particularly outlandish tabloid headline. He recently shared a fake news article claiming Starmer was sending far-right rioters to emergency detainment camps in the Falklands. How charmingly 19th century. Musk must have momentarily thought he was living in the days of Charles Dickens and the Crimean War, rather than in 2024, although there is a Crimean War going on at the moment. It's just a different one, with the Falklands suddenly the solution to all of Britain's ills. What we have here is a tragicomic drama starring Elon Musk as the petulant billionaire who can't quite comprehend why his outrageous claims aren't being taken as gospel. The gospel of Elon Musk. And Keir Starmer, ever the ex-lawyer, playing the role of the patient headmaster, trying to reason with a particularly unruly pupil with aspiration. No aspiration here. This is Britain. In the end, perhaps Musk's most significant contribution to the UK might not be a new Tesla factory, but a series of outlandish tweets that serve as unintentional comedic relief. After all, who needs satire when reality is providing such an excellent script? Take a bow, Mr. Musk.